Let me give you an example of two different kinds of people. The first kind of person sleeps very late at night and gets jolted awake by an alarm ringing at 8:45 a.m. The person has work to attend to at 9:30 a.m. and there's a 30-minute commute to get there. So he wakes up at 8:45, puts his clothes on, rushes to work, gets on the train, gets to work late. Then, as soon as he steps into work, he's bombarded with projects and bombarded with work from 9 a.m. in the morning, from 9:30 a.m. in the morning, all the way until the evening at around 6:30. At which point he has to run back to his house because he now has to eat food because he hasn't eaten all day. And following that, he now feels so tired from the rest of the day that now he needs to relax by having a pint of ice cream followed by a TV series, which then he watches all the way until midnight and then falls asleep late at perhaps 1 a.m. just to wake up and do it all over again. The second kind of person sees that they've got work at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, decides to wake up at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, gets a workout in, gets ready for work, goes to work, knows what they're trying to aim for at work, achieves the goals that are necessary, and only works what is necessary and doesn't get bombarded with a lot of work instead because people already presume that he's working harder than he already is. Has his diet that's maintained throughout the day, gets off of work, immediately goes back home, gets his food, perhaps spends some quality time with his family, and then goes to bed really early and then repeats the day all over again, knowing that he did everything according to a structured plan. What's the difference between both of these people? The first kind of person was someone that was simply reacting to life. Life is throwing objects at him and he has just decided to react to it. The second kind of person said, okay, life is going to throw objects at me anyway. I might as well stay prepared for it. I might as well dodge the objects beforehand. I might as well find ways to neutralize the weapons that are being thrown at me. And I might as well find a way to make my life fun and make my life feel like it's under my control. And that kind of person is an active person. There's two kinds of people in this world. There are active people and there are reactive people. Active people decide what they want to do in life. And by that, I don't mean that they have full control over their lives just yet either. They could be people that are employed in the same place as other people, like reactive people. They could be living in the same society as reactive people. But what do they do differently? They decide to maintain structure in a chaotic world. Whereas on the other hand, you've got someone that is reacting to life, and all they're doing is simply reacting to chaos every single day, and that is boosting their stress, that is boosting their cortisol, that is literally reducing their health and potentially their lifespan, purely because they've decided to react to life instead of being active. Now, this is not a preach for action. It's not a call for action where I'm telling you to start being active with your life, but I'm just simply knocking sense into you. I'm simply explaining reality to you the way it is. The reactive person almost always suffers, whereas the active person accepts the suffering, decides the suffering is going to happen, and prepares for it, and therefore leads a much happier life. Perhaps it's not even about being happy. Perhaps it's more about having a life where things feel like it's somewhat under their control. I've lived both. I've lived as the person that's been reactive to life, and I've lived as the person that's been active to life. My decision is going to be to live an active life, because life is something that I will hold the reins of in my own hand. Life won't be a roller coaster that'll take me through into different areas that I don't even want to be in or that I'm afraid to be in. Life will be like riding a horse. I've got the reins in my hand. I control the direction because I know that it's chaotic as is, but I try and maintain structure through it. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that me being active is making me better than most people. But what I am telling you is, if you decided to start being active, perhaps it would put you leaps and bounds ahead of the person that you were yesterday. So sit back and think through your own life. Are you reacting? Or are you actively chasing life? Are you actively chasing your purpose? Think about it.